How do we heal the wounded masculine so the divine feminine can rise?
Welcome back to Cinder and Salt. I am Kristy Sturdivant,
And I'm Candace Bethel.
and we are talking about healing the masculine energy with this major Chiron transit that just happened and is going to be in play for the next 3 months. So, have you heard about this, Candace?
I've only heard about it from you, so please tell us more. I follow human design far more, and Christy's really good with the astrology and human design.
Well, thanks. Yeah, so this past weekend was a big one. June 19th, Chiron moved from the sign of Aries into the sign of Taurus. And this has been it's a really big shift. There's been a lot of stuff around social media about what has happened in the past when Chiron has transitioned into this sign. We had the Great Depression, which was a big financial unstable thing. And then we had the recession in the 80s and this major environmental awakening, and it's happening again. And so there's a lot of fear happening right now where people are like, kind of talking about that kind of stuff, and I think it's putting a lot of stuff out there. But I personally think it's a really good opportunity for us to look at the masculine energy, especially since this is the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign. It's very masculine, and talk about how we should really focus on untangling and remembering what the divine masculine is all about, which is really what your work is, right, Candace?
Yeah, it is. It's bringing in the divine masculine and the divine feminine into a balance so they can both be healed together in the way that they need to. Like, we are here to bring all of that into this beautiful coherence. Neither one of us, or none of us, are masculine or feminine, like by itself. We have all of this duality that comes together. But we, for the last 411 years, have been really forced to be in this masculine energy. So men have been able to be in their dominant energy, and women have been forced to be in male dominant energy, basically to survive. Like the Nike thing, anything you can do, I can do better. We literally had to learn how to do that to survive, to become, we're not even equals yet, but that's what the goal was for us to become equal. So we're still somewhere down here. And we're here to heal that divine masculine. Like, we have been in this wounded masculine and this wounded feminine for so long, and it's fighting each other, mirroring each other, trying to get us out of it. But we're too stuck in the energies of it to be like, oh, what you're telling me is a lesson. Okay, thank you. I'm here to learn this lesson from you. And so my work, when I started doing my work, I thought it was here for the women because I'm here to heal that feminine. Well, what's happened is 95% of my clients are men. The men are here to heal that feminine too. They're here to soften that toxic masculine, like let it go, soften it. We are not here to fight. We are not here for war. Men are here to protect women. And somewhere along the line, they forgot about that. And they're always just like, well, what about me? And we've been taking care of you forever. And now you can't figure out how to take care of yourselves. Some of you, not all of you, don't be all triggered about all of this. This is collective and you can see it anywhere. And if you can't see it, step back outside of yourself. It's there. It's freaking everywhere. And the men are here to soften themselves. Like, they're tired of being angry too. And from what I'm seeing is that women had had to heal and do all of this to survive. The men have just been able to kind of do whatever they wanted with their energy because they've had the power. And now they're tired of that because they've also been in survival mode because they can feel our survival mode. And they're like, how do I help? How do I help? How do I help? And so the men that I'm working with are literally coming back to their divine feminine, and they're pulling both of that up in their bodies, and they're feeling what it feels like to come from this very soft and gentle power that is illuminating and feels very safe and protective, instead of this angry, like responsive, like, yeah, but, or you did this. And it's like, there's none of that makes sense.
Mhm. It's really hard, I think. Well, we have been in this place societally, where to get ahead as a female, you have really had to lean into that masculine energy, right? Like, we have a lot of females who have really leaned in and really taken charge and taken over major positions in, the business world and become like kick-ass entrepreneurs and everything. But I still think there's a big stigma for men in particular, about emotions. I mean, they have seen and maybe done this to females where, they look at a female in the boardroom and she gets upset and starts tearing up and they just automatically shut her down. So I think it's even harder for men to be vulnerable emotionally because it's just historically it's just not allowed. It's really looked down upon. So how does one really tap into their emotions and get in tune with their emotions when they are, out in the real world and people are looking to them for major decisions and everything? Because, I mean, one wrong move emotionally and it can really kill a career.
Well, first, you have to feel your emotions. You have to understand that anger is like a built up combination of emotions that you like won't let out. And if you don't consciously feel your emotions when you're not triggered, you will never, ever be able to deal with them out there. You just won't. If you don't like connect back to yourself in a safe environment to feel what you're feeling, like reflect in the evening or in the morning, like how like your day went. Like if you were triggered and you don't sit with that, you're never going to deal with it. You have to sit with it in a safe, quiet place and reflect on why. First of all, why it's there, where you feel it in your body, where it's coming from. And if you don't reflect on those, you're never going to find it. And if you're like, no, that's somebody else, that's you, you've done this, that's your ego. And you actually don't care. You just told somebody that it's their fault and you don't care about your actions, period. And you're being fucking rude.
I love it when you get salty. So, okay.
It's true. Some people need to check their attitude. Like, I know it may sound a little salty, but it's actually kindness telling you that you're being rude.
It is, it's a very new field right now, right? Like, people are wanting to get in touch with their emotions, but you have this generation, my generation, and probably yours too, Candace, where we were kind of taught that emotions are a sign of weakness and you really need to buckle down and like just shut them off and compartmentalize them so that you can move forward. And now everybody is like all of a sudden getting in tune with their emotions, and it's something that females I think have more inclination towards. We have probably a little bit easier time like reconnecting with our feelings and everything. Maybe that's hormones or whatever, but to do that after you have shut them down so long it's no easy task. It's kind of a big deal, and we're getting this really great opportunity right now from the cosmos to really, look at this and say, What can we do? So what are some tips that you think you should do other than just examining them and sitting with them? Like, there's gotta be a
You
way if
really
you've shut
do
them
first
down.
have to sit with them. You first have to sit with them because if you don't know they exist and you don't know that you are doing it, you can't, you don't know that you're the problem.
Mm.
If you don't know you're the problem, you can't fix it. If you don't know where the problem's coming from, you can't do anything about it. Breath work and mantra, like sound toning, mantra toning, like repetitive toning. We are changing a frequency. You cannot change your mind by talking about it. You cannot change your mind by talking about it. You have to feel it first. You can, once you feel it and change the frequency in your body, that naturally changes your mind. Like the mind just starts to let go of all the things that it's been holding on to because it realizes that it wasn't there. It's this slow progression of once you start doing this kind of work where your body and your mind just feel better and you know that that wasn't meant for you. You're less triggered and you really do have less emotional response because you have expelled all this stuff that you're holding on to. And exercise does work too, but most of the time, this is another podcast. If you're exercising that hard, you're exercising out of a trauma response. You're not doing it out of a healing response.
Hmm. Definitely wanna dive into that sometime. Because I think that is a very common thing for people to use to deal with their emotions, right? Is they're just like, I'm going to exercise more. It helps clear my mind. It gets me in my body. And, oh yeah, I'm fine because, I logicked it through and I moved it through my body. But there's got to be some missing aspect if you're still feeling that your emotions are cut off from you. I mean,
Yeah.
surely humming and chanting cannot be the key. That would be too easy. We would all be doing that, wouldn't we?
Oh, well, no, we wouldn't. I could literally hand you a basket of everything that would heal you. And I mean you, like Kristy, I could hand it to you. I could hand it to anybody. And you're like, this is what you need to do. And it could be really simple. And most people are going to throw that basket away and roll their eyes and be like, you don't know. But yeah, it really is that simple because we've made our lives that hard and we've made it so overcomplicated and we don't feel, we choose to put an opinion on whatever emotion is coming in instead of actually feeling where it's coming from in our body and checking in. And that's why our generation and the generations above us have so many health issues, and the kids coming in have so many health issues. They come from emotions. I don't care what anybody says. The health issues come from unprocessed emotions stored in your body, period. And they come up and they're like, hey, they come up with an emotion first. Hey, this hurts. Hey, something's bothering me. I'm angry. Like whatever it is in your emotional field, it comes up and it turns into like some sort of tension that you feel. Sometimes you can feel it for years. Then it turns into a pain. It turns into an illness. That is how it works. It just is. And literally, that's what everybody, like, at the core, their body is being like, I've had enough. Men and women. Like, the masculine is not just the men. Women have his masculine energy too. We are not meant, the masculine is go, 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 push, 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 do, do, do. Do not stop. And that's the only way that we're successful. Like, that's not true and it's not sustainable. We have to rest. We have to step into the feminine. And the more we step into the feminine, the more we can hear what we're meant to do. And we can use that masculine for like a real powerful stuff and move forward. But if we're not stepping into the feminine, we're just spinning around in our masculine, not knowing what to do.
Mm. This reminds me very much. I did an episode on this where I mapped out what the Chiron was looking like in my chart. And my Chiron, I don't know if you know where yours is, but my Chiron hits my gate 24, which I don't even have highlighted in my chart. But gate
Hmm.
24 is the gate of rationalization. And so it is that constantly like trying to rationalize everything around you. It is very, I don't know if it like if they would say that it's masculine, but it is very much that masculine thing of that constant like looping. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
Hmm.
What now? What now? What now? What now? It's like
Right.
it's constantly prone to being out of alignment because it is, we are living in this society where we are like, what do I do now to get ahead? What do I need to do for my business? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Or am I doing this in my personal life? Or am I going this enough? Am I doing enough? It's very difficult to pull ourselves out of that when we are constantly being stimulated by all the things around us. But right now we have this like beautiful cosmic opportunity where Chiron is moving into Taurus and it's, saying, this is what you guys did in the past. It's kind of time for you to shit or get off the pot and heal this so that you don't have to repeat these patterns again.
Yeah, correct. And you are right that gate 24 is a very masculine. Any of that looking anytime we're like, what do we do? What do we do? What do you do? We've immediately gone into the masculine. Like the feminine is taking a deep breath, closing your eyes, being like, I trust that my body and my energy know the next step, and then allowing that to come to us. Like, and that's the difference. Knowing and allowing and receiving versus like, where's it coming from next? Where's it coming from next? Where is it coming from next? And and that's really hard. I struggle with that all the time, but I still understand. And when I practice it and I practice that trust and receiving, it comes in and it comes in bigger, stronger ways than I could have ever imagined. But you have to give it that extra day or that extra week because we don't trust. We look too far ahead in the future and we're like, oh, but XYZ isn't going to be, or these bills aren't going to be paid and this isn't going to be done. And we start to panic. And as soon as we go into that panic, as soon as we go into that stress, we are immediately out of the feminine. As soon as we start to judge, like anything, we've immediately stepped out of the knowing and the trust of, okay, I can do this. I trust that there is something there that is helping me. I trust that I know. I trust that the divine feminine is here with me. I trust that all of it is giving me correct alignment so that when it comes in, I can push into that masculine. I'm going to have the energy for it.
I think it's no surprise that this is such a big transit for the humanity right now and the collective and going into the sign of Taurus, which I feel like is very much about duality, right? You do have the bull who is very masculine and very go, 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 but you also have the feminine cow who is very nurturing and very motherly and represents abundance and fertility. You really need both of those balances right now. And we have, as a society, been out of balance for a very long time, which is why Taurus has hit us so stinking hard. So take this opportunity to glance at where your Chiron is in your human design, or look in your astrological chart, or just dive in a good meditation and look at what your core wounds might be and see if maybe you are coming at them from a place of the masculine energy or the feminine energy, and then hum or chant and maybe start moving some of those out to heal that wound.
Yeah. And if you have any questions about what to do or how to do it, it is the work that I do. Please reach out. You can find all of that in the chats below. Email me, message me. I'm happy to chat with you. I'm happy to do a consult call even.
Yes. And I will also, if you want to reach out to me, I will help you look at these things and help you map something out as well. But it's a really powerful transit. It's a really great opportunity for us to shift into what we're supposed to be and not stay stuck in these patterns that keep coming up all over Instagram. I don't want to be, I don't want to like see this era on a reel, if those are still around in like 15 years, saying, oh, we missed the mark again. What a bummer. Like that would suck.
right? We have all the tools, like
Mhm.
they're right there, and we need to stop ignoring them.
Yeah.
And this year is the year of the third eye, our stillness field. Like, get still. It's the year of the fire horse. Horses don't run until they need to. They don't play. They only run when they're playing or spooked. Other than that, they graze. They pause. They don't move. They chill. They figure out whatever it is that they want to do, not what they need to do.
Oh my gosh. Candace, do you know what the city is for the 24th gene key?
I
It,
don't.
it's silence. What? It's so synchronistic. I love
It
it.
is. Yeah.